Welcome to this month's Guitar Journal. This is going to be a combination guitar idea lesson and guitar review. So if you just want to go to the lesson portion, the ideas, then click below the video. There's a time marker to go to the lesson. So starting off with the guitar, this is Gary's latest creation, affectionately dubbed The Beast. Okay, check out a couple of pictures of The Beast in production. All right, here's Gary working on it using fire. That's a good way to work on guitars. It actually lends the great color to this all spruce guitar. Check out the body and the back. You can see the knots in it. Okay, this is a thing that's really becoming popular again with guitar makers, and it's really cool, especially in a entirely handmade guitar like this one here. Gary's also working on some very cool aspects of this guitar here. Single P90 pickup, single volume control, Telecaster style bridge, really bone simple, lets the tone shine. And with this very, I know some people say that the wood has nothing to do with an electric guitar. It has a little bit to do with it in any case, but I think this one is just really coming together, the combination of the P90 and this nice light and resin spruce wood here. The neck has a very cool, starting at a V profile shape, very cool shape here, going down to a much more modern sort of flatter Ibanez style profile, which makes it a little bit more comfortable to play up here. It fits that V of your hand a little bit better. And then as you get up top and you want to move your fingers around a little bit more and be unencumbered at the back of the thumb, it transitions really nicely into that. So kudos to Gary on a fantastic guitar here. Giving this a little bit of a sound test for those of you interested in it. Come into the shop if you can. Otherwise, right now I've got this plugged into a little Fender copy kind of 1-watt amp. Check it out here. I'll just cut to a picture of it. Okay, that's just a single volume and a single tone control. Right now the volume's totally cranked. Okay, so I just control either full on, getting fuzzy here, or back it off a little bit and it cleans up nicely. This P90's got a lot of output, so if you don't hit the amp completely with it, it doesn't lose any clarity or tone. All right, right now I've got sort of a Neil Young kind of tone going on here with that crank tube amp and then a little bit of echo going on here. I'm going to leave it on this. You know, a lot of times you say, okay, review a guitar, put it clean through an amp, but I think it's a very cool test for an electric, since you're probably going to play it with some funk and distortion anyway. Skip the pedals, skip all the effects, but put it into a tube amp, just a real simple tube amp. Crank up the volume on the amp and see what the guitar puts out, see what it puts into it. And what initially got me kind of testing this guitar out was just playing, like I did with the other one, some in the other Gary guitar review, was to put it into the amp and start kind of sitaring around a little bit with the open string ringing and some other notes. Excellent test for a guitar. If that gets all muddy and the notes kind of fight with each other, can be the amp's fault a little bit, but it's a lot of times a pickup with too much output, something just not jibing between the body and the pickups. The way those harmonics kind of work, they're going to beat against each other and kind of take away from the sustain instead of sort of supporting that. And this guitar is a great example of one that sounds just brilliant with open strings ringing against other things. So let me play a little bit of that, and this is where we're going to go over into the lesson portion here. What I was doing on the track you heard at the beginning of the video, which is an upcoming song from my band, the Troutband. And please like us on Facebook with the link. And this camera's upside down to get this. Don't dislike us, like us on Facebook. And check out that tune when it's ready. Check out our other albums. And thanks. Anyway, so this song here starts off in a progression, D major to B minor, just back and forth. The progression changes after that, but that opening thing, which I'll talk about here, just is... Right, just drums and bass going along. So obviously, get that D string ringing and you're in good shape. The cool thing about moving to a B minor is letting that D ring is not a problem. You can move down and you can get the B note in there and let things ring over that, but the D will work just fine because it's part of the B minor chord. Okay, check out your arpeggios. Excuse me. minor 7. Okay, I use a little minor 7 arpeggio in that final lick. So anyway, starting off with the D and kind of hinting at a G sound there a little bit. Because we get this G note with D, that gives you G and D, which is that fifth interval that outlines the G chord, okay? But that's all right, you know, that hangs over there. It's like this kind of stuff. G can be superimposed over a D with no problem. All right, so that expands the notes that you can use over the D a little bit. Okay, and I was just moving back down to D then, and then over the B minor, getting to that. All right, and then the next time around, heading up further. So if you've got a tune that can use sort of this ambient, spacey kind of sound, find an open string, get it ringing, and find another higher string and kind of find your scale going, I guess you could say horizontally, because the guitar's really like this, you know, vertically might be more this way. So instead of going across many strings, go up one string. It's a great way to kind of think more melodically. A good way to practice that is also to find the vocal melody and play along with it, all right? So, to end it off, I did a lick that might interest you, those of you that like the faster stuff a little bit. Okay, up to speed. A little better. Okay, and the whole idea of that one was to, at the end of it, let sort of a B minor chord ring. And let that kind of go down into the verse and let that first verse just be bass and drums, okay? So that one is, the lick is actually just based on a simple B minor pentatonic, all right? That's the shape you all know. By going into other positions here, we get the benefit of the tone of those slides. Open string, ringing strings and other stuff. So the lick could just be seen as basically that. Okay, I might have messed it up a little bit. Okay, so we're shifting positions. For that, you need to know your different positions of the pentatonic scale and then find them going up and down sets of strings. It's also a great exercise. See my Master the Fretboard ebook if that interests you. That's a great way to get used to learning those. Okay, and then here, as I love to do, adding some open strings. All right. Okay, and that gets all that stuff ringing, and with that echo on there, and with the tone of this guitar, P90 and cranked up a little bit, it really starts to get a nice developing ringing sound with that tube amp. It's really great. Okay, so this lick step by step. All right, just coming up these two notes here in the pentatonic, B minor pentatonic scale. All right, and sliding up here to the equivalent of going up to the next note. Okay, and then coming back down. Okay, we're back to the B by here. All right. Now we're going to switch into the territory where we're doing some open strings in combination. Okay, that's what we're doing here. This could be much more traditionally done by going all right, like that, just going down here. All right, which I found a little bit boring, and it also lets more come out of one guitar when you have those strings ringing. Okay. Okay, and ending it up with just a simple B minor arpeggio. Okay, anyway, I hope that you like the sound of this guitar, and I hope that that lesson was kind of interesting for you. And I'll see you next month when we pick up on probably some more country stuff, all right? So thanks for watching, and yeah, please go and like my band on YouTube. That would be really, really cool. Give us a thumbs up.